Now that you have prepared your documents, you have prepared your profile, you have built a strong profile, it's time to submit strong applications. In this module, we'll cover how to do final checks before you submit your application and also how to ensure quality across your application. Be sure to get the scholarship success guide if you haven't already. The link is in the video description. This is a step-by-step roadmap to guide you on how to win your scholarship. This is your referral guide for each step that we have discussed in this course. Go get your guide. Link is in the description. Okay, let's look at the checklist. First, the application completeness. Before you, this might sound obvious, but some applicants skip this or they don't pay attention to this. As generic as it may sound, it's important that you actually put it into practice, because if you don't practice it, you will submit weak applications, and weak applications equals to rejection. We don't want you to get rejected because you felt that these checks are just normal. If they are normal, that's okay, but put them into practice. It's okay for them to be normal, but it's not okay for you to not put them into practice. So before you submit, make sure that you have uploaded all the required documents. Do not skip a document. If you don't have the document, go get that document. Do not submit without the required document. Correct documents are attached. Double check if you have attached the correct documents and make sure that they are labeled properly. If it's your certificate, you write undergraduate certificate, master's certificate, undergraduate transcript, master's transcript. Okay, label your documents properly and make sure that all sections of the application are filled, especially if they're applicable to you or if they are required, unless maybe the section is not applicable to you, but be sure to fill all the section. Incomplete applications are often rejected immediately. You don't want to spend so much time on an application and then it's rejected immediately. Some scholarships have systems that reject applications as soon as you submit, because you have not met the criteria, you have not met all the requirements. So be sure to double check and be sure to check all the application completeness. Okay, and then requirements and instructions. Did you follow the word limit? Be sure to follow the word limit. Don't exceed the word limit. All questions are fully answered. You respect the required format. Like, for example, most of the time in the CV, sometimes they have their own template that they want you to use for the CV. Be sure to use the template that is provided. Don't submit your own CV unless there's no specific format that is required for the application. Follow instructions exactly as they are to the T. Small details matter, so pay attention to those small details before you submit your application, okay? And then review your writing. Is there clarity in your documents, your personal statement, your essays? Do they make sense? Is it logical? Is there a logical flow in your essays, in your scholarship essays, your personal statement, your CV, or your research proposal? Are you consistent across documents? Because you don't want to write something in your CV and then write something completely different in your personal statement. They have to be in alignment. They should not be copy and paste, but they should be in alignment. What you have said in your CV should reflect in your personal statement. It should not sound like two different scholarship applicants. Okay, your application should feel cohesive in general. So be sure to double check this before you submit. Check for errors, very important. Check if there are any spelling mistakes, grammar errors, formatting issues. Make sure that you check, because if you don't check, this reduces the quality of your application, especially in written documents where you are writing maybe your personal statement. I'll often refer to your personal statement because this is where you do most of the writing. If there are errors, it reduces the quality of your document. So be sure to check for errors, okay? And then alignment across documents. I've already explained this. Your CV should match your essays, your goals are consistent, your story is clear and consistent throughout. Everything should connect. There should not be any discrepancies between your documents. All right? Get a second opinion, please. Get a second opinion. Get someone to review your application and your documents. It's very important to get feedback. Get feedback. I can give you feedback. You can book a review through the link in the description. I'll have a look at your application and your application documents and give you feedback. If you prefer somebody else, get somebody else to review your documents and your application. But the important thing is that get a second opinion before you submit your application. All right? Because a fresh perspective will catch what you missed. You might think your application is perfect, but if somebody else goes through your application, they may be able to pick some errors that you can correct before you submit. You don't want to notice the mistakes or the errors after you have submitted your application. Oftentimes, when after you click submit, there is no going back. You cannot go back and edit your application in some portals. So you want to make sure that you check the mistakes before you click submit. Let's reflect. Take a moment to reflect. Do you have your final review processes before applications? Did you check for completeness and quality? Are your documents in alignment? Did you get feedback on your application as well as your documents? How will you improve your next submission? So these are the questions that you need to sit for a moment and ask yourself before you submit your application. Okay? And then next, we will talk about after you apply, what next? So now that you have submitted your application, what do you do next? What's next? We'll discuss that in the next video.